Welcome back to the Division 2. Someone recently asked me in the comments to cover talking about the shotgun melee damage boost. So I thought we might as well go through some of the things that I think need changing with this game or fixing, like some of the bigger bugs that are affecting a lot of players. And because the video is titled The Specter Mask Hunter is Bugged, I want to go through that first, then we'll get into the other topics. So, for those of you that have been on the channel for a while, you will know that I have covered a lot to do with the secret ciphers on this game. Altogether, there is 8 ciphers, each one leading to an Ivory key, and then there's a couple that spawn multiple hunters, which will eventually grant you all 12 of the masks. Ever since the launch of the game, there was a bug with the ghost one down at the Washington Monument. Everyone was trying for weeks and weeks, I think literally 2 or 3 weeks, trying to figure out the last step, the last part of the cipher. Then the devs figured out what everyone was trying to do, and they acknowledged that it was bugged. There was one step at the very end that wasn't working. We all knew exactly what we had to do, but it just wasn't working. Every other cipher at that time was working fine. No problems with them as far as I'm aware, but there has been problems with the Ivory keys throughout. They then, with the Tidal Basin update, they fixed the Ghost Hunter, the one down at the monument, and in that process they've managed to bug a couple of the others. I made a second character for leveling up and stuff like that, and I tried doing some of the hunters. The one opposite the demolition site control point, where you have to shoot the 4 targets on the windows from top left to bottom right. I'm not sure if they've changed it so you have to do that during nighttime now, but I tried it multiple times, different people trying it, and a lot of the others have worked with a second character, so there's no reason this one shouldn't. But I did every step to the cipher and the hunter doesn't spawn. The biggest one though being the Specter mask down at the contaminated zone at the bottom left corner of East Mall. That one is currently bugged to the point where it doesn't work if you're by yourself. It might do, but if it does, it's a very rare occurrence. I've had so many comments talking about it, and one of the fixes, one of the things you can do, is actually join someone else's game. I'm not sure if you can do it if they've already done the hunter, but if you join someone else's game, head to the contaminated zone, try and do it that way. A lot of people have said it works if you do it in a group, but again, I'm not 100% sure because everyone I know has done it, and I've tried in other people's games and haven't got it to work for myself, but some people have said that it can work doing it like that. So if you're trying it solo, jump into a group. If you're already trying in a group, try it in someone else's game. Just try different sessions and see if you can get it to work. Don't forget there's a lot of different things. There's a separate video covering it. Like you have to use a single shot weapon, make sure only one bullet hits each window, don't reload through the whole process, and if it doesn't work you have to log out and log back into the game, so on and so forth. But yes, currently that is bugged, and the thing that's annoying me the most, I have 7 out of 8 of the Ivory keys. I still can't open that crate in the White House. The developers on one of the State of the Games, I can't remember which one, has mentioned they know about it. I don't know if it's going to be fixed in Title Update 3. I literally don't have a clue. I'm really hoping it is. But at this current time, I only have 7 of the 8 keys. I just need that final one, and I've killed the hunters over and over again in different people's games. Haven't had a single bit of luck. So next up, something I feel needs to be fixed. Someone mentioned this in the comments as well. And that is the missing audio for some of the Black Tusk helicopters during missions. The Jefferson Trade Center, the Tidal Basin Stronghold, and I'm not sure if there's any more. There might be a couple of other missions that do it, but Tidal Basin Stronghold seems to be the most frequent one that does it. Basically, when the helicopters come in, I'm not sure if it's just Black Tusk, it might be other factions as well, but when the choppers fly in to drop the enemies off, they literally don't have any sound to them. So you're standing there, there's no like red markers on your minimap to say there's enemies. Then you look up in the sky, you notice there's 2 choppers heading in. I think the sound needs fixing on that one. Obviously, like you've got the heartbeat bug and stuff like that. They just need to go through and find more bugs with the audio, try and fix them up. Then we have the shotgun melee damage boost. Obviously, it's not a bug, it's how it's been developed, like it's how they designed it. But it's one of the most pointless things in this game. Some people might use it because it's a 144% boost on high-end items, but when you're using a shotgun, like obviously you're going to be close range because shotguns are designed for close range combat, but I don't think many people are going to use melee. Even if they are really close, some people panic, some people switch their guns, some people just reload because enemies don't deal a lot of damage all the time. I just think they could have given it something like damage to armor, damage to elites, anything that actually has a benefit for when you're using a shotgun, because I think it's the ARs, they have a health damage boost. There's some that give you, if we have a quick look in my inventory, ARs give you health damage, SMGs give you critical hit chance. There's other stuff, but every single gun type in this game gives you a boost to something that has an effect when you're using the gun. Shotguns are the only thing that don't have a boost, they boost your melee damage. So hopefully at some point down the line they change it. I personally haven't ever gone with a shotgun build. I might do one in the future, who knows? But it's something I believe needs changing. And last but not least, the enemy bugs in this game. Recently I did a video covering how easy the control points can be on level 4. And some people pointed out that I struggled a little bit. It wasn't that I struggled, I was still very comfortable doing it. I did go down at some point. But the main thing that caused me so much hassle with that control point, the Sleeping Giant one, is that the first time round the boss glitched. He didn't spawn out of the little manhole underground. He just got stuck there with the circle to say there's an enemy there, but he wasn't there. Couldn't do anything to get him to come out of the ground. I had to run away from the control point and go back for him to respawn. Then there was another one where my game completely froze for a couple of seconds. And also I was shooting at an enemy and they just disappeared right in front of my eyes. Literally like one of the stalker hunters from down at the Washington Monument, or like something you would see in a magic show. Literally just disappeared off my screen. I know there's a lot of bug fixes coming with Title Update 3, but I'm not 100% sure what they're doing. I've heard that if you have the launcher for the Division 2 on PC, there is a link that takes you to the patch notes, but I've looked through and I think it was on their official website I saw some patch notes, or it was an article they put up from the latest state of the game. And I believe there's a couple of things they spoke about in that state of the game that they haven't put in them notes. So I don't know if there's going to be a full patch notes coming at any point, but the title update is coming within the next week, hopefully a few days. So we'll have to see what they've done then. But that is going to be the end of the video. That's what I believe needs changing / fixing on this game. Especially the Ivory keys, because I want to open that crate. I know what's inside it. I'm not going to ruin it for anyone that doesn't know. But I just want to have it because I've done everything that's required to get it. Because of a bug, I can't. But let me know your thoughts and stuff. What do you think needs fixing, changing? All the good stuff like that, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.